loves Burr.
Oh my gosh!
But
I still need to get some T-shirts
hates
made
Hamilton.
for that game. That was the best.
What are we talking about?
In America, we go on 9. That's what the T-shirt will say. It was a duel. Yeah, that took place in France.
Okay, we're good now. Sorry, for some reason my Streamlabs is like all janked off. So,
Okay.
Oh, tell me now.
like I have no idea which one of these because everything's frozen and it's all like where it's got the audio bars. They're all just like stuck in the same spot. So I don't have a heckin' clue.
We're in desperate need of a one-person audience that can tell us.
Yeah, well, we got man-made gaming here, which I believe I know in the
man-made?
RL. Or it could be man-made gaming. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's man-made gaming. Well, let's just go back to everything we were talking about.
Which means the Burr story.
Okay.
It's a good one. It's actually really good.
It is. So we're in France at the embassy. And like, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson and the gang all there. Some stuff goes down anyway. Aaron Burr and this French, I think he's the ambassador or whatever. And so they're having a duel. And so
Like where they have guns and they take 10 paces apart and the whole thing.
Yep. And they count to 10. Well, I mean in French, but and so in game mechanics terms, they can cheat a little if they want and get an edge, which is a bad thing to do. And so one of the
Why is it bad?
Because it's cheating.
Because it's cheating in a duel of honor, and
you don't die.
So the mechanic is essentially like, okay, so you've got 2 different pieces of paper, and one you get like a +4 if you flip this one, but it's going early. And this one, you get like a +1 by doing something else, and you can pick if you're going to do one of those things. And so, we do the count, and we get to 9, and the player that's Burr flips up his paper a little and shoots the other guy on 9, which is count. And we get to 9, and the player
The
that's
crowd
Burr gets very angry. I mean, he shoots the guy. It works pretty well.
I'd say so.
And then Burr, who is in the game, is a very skilled liar. And everybody's like, they're going to probably tar and feather him or tear him apart or something. And he's like, oh, in America, we go on 9.
It was legendary.
It was legendary.
And it was
so
Jeff's son, Isaac, made that lineup on the spot.
Yep. It was.
Did he have to roll for it?
Oh, for the lie? Yeah, but he was a really good liar.
Oh, man.
And he succeeded ridiculously well with his lie. So
really, really good
everybody's like, oh, well, I guess we should have known that before we dueled, but all right.
I mean, hey, it's your fault if you don't know the rules, right?
How is that not made it into a major feature film somewhere?
That's a great question.
How is Jeff not made it into a major feature film somewhere?
It was so good.
And the hitting continues.
And that might not have even been the best Burr moment in that game.
Eli, did you hear Anastasia? She just got you.
She was just right. So how can you get got when you're
swinging a hit?
Eli, I had another line for you.
Go for it. Batter up.
You know when you said why is cheating bad? Because it's not magic.
Because it's not magic. Because Eli, for a while, was just the notorious, I'm going to look at the top card of my deck and put it on here if I don't like it.
Oh, Magic the Gathering.
Kyle encouraged that behavior.
You just can't do it.
I
Yeah.
have seen Kyle do that.
I hope you can just tell Eli that I miss you.
So my theory as a store owner is if the game is going on too long, it's up to me to put everybody out of their misery.
I have seen Kyle grab his deck and just search for a card and put it in his hand.
You've seen Kyle grab his what?
I heard myself say
my
deck.
mic, yeah, I didn't quite get
So this is that old adage,
Yeah,
act
deck's
like you
on the
own
brain.
the place. If you just pick up your deck and start searching it for a card, anybody will be like, "What are you doing?" And be like, "Well, I'm searching for a card," and they'll just be like, "Oh, okay."
Except then that
Eli is really good at that.
I don't know.
No, I caught him all the time, so he wasn't very good at
The
it.
year is 1923.
Yeah.
Yes.
How close are we to that?
How do we feel about starting? We got 3 people watching.
Do they have audio?
They do have audio.
Oh,
Does the
okay.
3 include 2 of us?
We've got Man-Made Gaming and Eileen Chow.
Oh, nice.
Eileen.
Hello, Eileen.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
Eileen says,
I'm not even
"What?
watching us.
Only one of us." I'm not entirely sure what that is referencing.
That she only wants to listen to Jeff.
Maybe.
I don't know. She'll have to type and tell us what.
Yeah, Eileen, if you're
meant.
still
The
tuned
lag.
in, what does that help me decipher your code?
How is she going to know which one of us is audio is coming through?
Because your mouth is moving.
Because we're on video as well.
Okay.
So maybe it's only
Except for
Kyle.
Anastasia.
There's so we'll get into the really cool technology that they just invented.
I'm sorry, I do print media.
Fair. So, all right.
She's old school.
The year is 1923. My name is Kyle. I am your keeper of arcane lore and a Call of Cthulhu sex icon.
That's a hell of an introduction.
Right? We have Elijah Lutgens, who is playing.
Dr. Mei Chang. I'm a linguist. I'm the translator who helps a bunch of fancy professors. She's very excited to be on her first real adventure.
Beautiful. We have Jeff Smith here in the center of the table.
Dr. Victoria Cross, who is just absolutely amazing in pretty much every way.
Wonderful.
Just
And then
like
we
Jeff.
have we have Mark Henderson on my left. I have probably the stream's left also playing.
I'm playing Dr. Glenn Underwood. He's an archaeologist. He has a pet monkey named Magic Man.
Fantastic.
Woohoo!
Fantastic name. So we are in session 3 of.
You have a
the
4th person
wonderful-
to introduce.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're not here, my bride.
Even
I
Anastasia.
am here.
We do have Anastasia Taranenko /Fet. And who are you playing?
I'm playing Cleopatra Avis, and she is a photographer. And there might be a little bit more to her, but that's all we know. So
That's not all we know. That's all they know.
And
That's
in
what
the
I'm
character
saying.
portraits, she's the one with the heavier eyebrows, and I'm the one wearing red.
So
match that.
yeah, so
So-
she's currently from Turkey. So She traveled all the way there.
Turkey.
That's an interesting phrasing.
So I'm putting everybody's caricatures in front of them, and the one that is in between Jeff and Eli is the one Anastasia is playing. Therefore, you have an idea of who you're looking at. I am Kyle, as I said earlier. This is Children of Fear session number 3, and we're about to get into the meat of the goodness. So, last session, the group was introduced to a meditating monk, Buddhist monk, who goes by the name of Tenzin Khalsang. And I believe we left off kind of in a mysterious spot, if I remember correct. Does anybody remember what the last words were? Because I don't.
I think I just pooped
He
a
wa-
little.
he woke up, I believe, from his trance.
I believe he woke up and said, "I've been waiting for you."
I'm pretty sure I was caressing his face.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
somebody
you
was-
touched-
somebody
you
was
checked
checking
his
for a
pulse.
heartbeat. Yep.
And on
You
the
checked his
walls,
pulse.
on the cave walls, are paintings of us
Yep.
and of things that we've done just in the last couple weeks.
Very irie.
And I don't think any future pictures of things we've done.
We've also
Will
all
do.
had an eerie feeling that we've been watched the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, fun fact: there are some pictures of you guys doing things that you have no memory of doing.
Does that mean
Numbered.
we're going to
So
do
they
them?
could potentially be in the future, or they're just bad paintings.
What's happening in the paintings?
Let's see what's happening in the paintings.
Ruh-roh.
There were also things written in blood along our way that we recognize as the same things, right? And they were written in Russian.
I think Cleo should photograph these upcoming events to figure out how we die.
So let's pick up where
Most
we left off
definitely.
last week. We'll get back to the paintings. You guys were just greeted, and I believe what happened was the statue's eyes opened, And you all heard, welcome. My name is Tenzin Kalsang. I have been waiting for you for quite some time.
Hello.
And that's it.
That's it. And he's just,
I'm going to assume, because I was caressing him, that I scream and jump back about 5 feet.
well, you were making contact with him. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a d4?
Great. 4.
Ooh, lose half that insanity, please.
Any of the rest of us lose any sanity?
Nope. You guys weren't as startled as
May.
kind young May.
All right. Well, I'll step forward and.
So as you know, you guys kind of take in the scene. You can kind of see he's like, it's kind of like blood flows coming back to him. Like he's kind of getting some color to his skin. He's like kind of moving around a little bit more, like a little less statuey, more person-y.
I'm afraid you have us at a considerable disadvantage, sir.
Oh, well, I apologize about that. I've been here a long time waiting.
How long?
Who currently reigns in China?
I'm going to assume I know, but who is it?
Yeah, I don't even know who reigns in China. It doesn't tell me.
King May the Third,
Whatever dynasty.
I'm gonna look it up.
the Chai Dynasty.
Quite some time. I unfortunately have not been able to keep track of the amount of time that has gone by.
And you've expected us.
I've had visions of you for many years. I would wake up from my trance and paint what I had dreamt, and then go back to my meditative state.
Well, this picture of me doesn't seem very accurate because it's showing me doing something I've never done.
Well, some of these things you may not have experienced yet.
Did you know we were going to be here today?
Oh, I think you can answer that for yourself.
And what about us would make us worthy of this vigil?
Let me tell you a little bit about me. How about that? And then if you have questions following that, I will be glad to answer them.
Very well.
So when I was a very young monk, I realized it would be my duty to shepherd those who would preserve the world from chaos and destruction toward your destiny. I swore to become a bodhisattva, sacrificing enlightenment for myself in order to attain it for you. I received 3 visions of my future vocation while I lived in my meditative state. I was walled up below the monastery here along with only my painting tools. I added to the scenes as the visions came to me throughout the years. This is where I wake up and I find you here. So,
And
What
looking at-
year did you go into meditation?
oh, I couldn't. I don't even. I don't know what year. We didn't keep track of such things back when I began my meditation. Tell me, have you ever heard of the gates of Agratha?
Have we?
No, you have
Okay, then no.
not. So
What are they?
the gates of. I got a little nugget here for you guys. That's not the right folder. I grabbed the wrong damn.
Eli, you're going to have to be a nugget retrievalist.
Does that mean I need to get up to go get the nuggets?
How old does he look to be? Does he look young?
He looks like maybe he's in his 30s or so.
Okay.
Grabbed the wrong folder for today's session.
What's in this folder? Oh, that's our other
That's our
stuff.
character sheets.
Sorry, stream. Bear with me for a second here. I might have some of the originals sitting here. I just have to figure out which one it is.
In a pinch, you could take a picture from the book and send it to the group.
Yeah, that might be the best. Man, all right.
What are you
So
looking for?
Clea is gonna be hesitant to like pull up her camera and try to take a picture of him, but then pull it down. So I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be a little
I think
hesitant to like because I want to,
Anastasia,
but I also feel like it might be inappropriate.
act like you're supposed to be there and just do it. If you believe you're supposed to be doing it, the other people will too.
There's no way to use a
Well, yeah.
1923 camera and be sneaky.
No, just pretend like it's the normal thing. Like if somebody breaks into a bank and they are trying to rob the place, you're supposed to just casually get up and walk out like you're leaving Subway after getting lunch.
So I'm going to do a couple of hesitant moves like that, though.
Correction, after leaving the bakery.
All right, so this is not, it's not handout time quite yet. So what was the question again? Sorry, let's get back into it here.
I just asked how old he was, and he said in his 30s.
The gates of a, oh, you're looking for that handout, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. So
We haven't heard of them.
my quest is to close the gates of Agritha. And I need your help. You are the people I saw in my visions. And only we can do it.
I thought your goal was to give us enlightenment, or others enlightenment. Or are they both goals?
This could be the enlightenment.
Is it?
This is the enlightenment.
What is
it
the
is your
enlightenment?
duty to stop destruction and chaos from reigning on this planet.
I thought we were.
What are the gates of Agresa? Like,
That's the handout.
I believe we know nothing about them.
That's the homework he lost.
That is the homework.
Who
I
opened-
lost.
Who opened them?
So
Sweaty.
let me give you a little history here, because this is the handout, and I'm just going to read it to you guys. Oh, wait, no, it's right here. Holy crap. Come on, Eli. Who wants to read this?
Eli Nugget.
Jeff.
time.
Is it Victoria Cross reading it, or is it Jeff?
It is the monk.
Oh,
All right.
I want to hear this.
Oh, yeah.
The correct way.
Get your head. Yep. Shambhala is a peaceful place, a pure land, a lost paradise hidden far from the world behind a ring of snowy mountains. Its lords are ancient and wise. They oversee the golden city at the heart of the kingdom, ruling as regents until the Kulika king rises to defend the world from evil. The king of fear is the ancient enemy of the Kulika king and the lords of Shambhala. He seeks to condemn humanity to slavery and barbarity, while his Agarthan armies lay waste to the world. The world has been destroyed and reborn before, and it will be so again. It is the natural cycle of all things until they reach true enlightenment. But if the king of fear, the enemy of Shambhala and humanity, gains control, the new world will be one of nothing but pain and misery. The world's descent into violence, bloodshed, and chaos foretells the end of the Kali Yuga. Although the lords of Shambhala cannot directly interfere in world affairs until the way to the land of living fire is opened at the appointed time, they can communicate with their chosen advocates on earth through dreams and visions. The same is true for the King of Fear. Although something is amiss in this cycle, the lords of Shambhala would never have been so bold as to set a humble lama in place to wait for the investigators if this was not the case. The problem is that the gates to Agartha are opening before they should, meaning that the King of Fear will emerge into the world before the Kulika king is ready to face him, dooming mankind to a bleak age of catastrophe, rather than the golden Krita Yuga, the Lord's promise. While Shambhala would be able to take in some refugees from the ensuing annihilation, existing as it does, both within and beyond the physical realities of the world, the majority of the human race would be eradicated. Those unlucky enough to survive beyond Shambhala's walls would be forced to serve the King of Fear until the next Kali Yuga gave the Kulika king a chance to reform the world in Shambhala's image.
So I must ask you, will you join me on my journey to the gates of Agratha? And there, seal them until the stars are right and the cycles of time march in stride once more?
Well, of course we will.
This sounds like quite an undertaking, but I'm in.
I said I wanted adventure.
So from behind you guys, you hear, well, I've never heard the like. And then Wagner just like storms out, goes back to the paintings in the other room.
What a quitter.
I suppose you don't have riches beyond belief and you're hidden for that.
What else would you
dingleberry.
expect from an American? No offense.
I mean, a little taken.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you're willing to go on this journey with me, we have an undertaking ahead of us. Let's see here. So what must be done next? You must journey to the sacred sites that I've seen in my visions and acquire the necessary items to perform the ritual to close the gates. Without these items, our quest will surely fail. First, you must seek out a set of 7 ritual bowls left by Padmashumkava. Anybody who would like to make a history roll, I need a hard out of you.
Can we all roll?
Anybody can roll if they have a reasonable...
I do have history, so let's... just regular.
I mean, I passed, but I didn't get a hard.
Hold on. What are my talents? Oh, no. I have a bonus die to intelligence rolls. That's not history.
That's really unfortunate. You're missing a lot of good information here.
I mean, I could use 12 luck points. Can I do that? Is it worth it? Probably.
You can do that.
All right, good. I'll do that. Pencil's probably better.
Here you go, young Eli. Another reader. Another thing to read.
Call me the golden retriever.
But May needs to read this one.
I have to read it?
Uh-huh.
No, I think Jeff should read it. If I read it, I'm not going to repeat it. I cannot read out loud and focus at the same time. Wait. You want to volunteer to read again, Jeff? Or do we want to punish the audience with my voice?
You sound good.
Eli, you sound radical.
Sound good.
I can't
Try it.
Do you want me to read it, Eli?
No, I got up and retrieved it. Here goes. Padasmahava, known to the Tibetans as Guru Rinpoche, the precious master or teacher, was a prominent historical figure, although little is truly known about him. It is known only that he was an Indian tantric master who helped to build Tibet's first Buddhist monastery at Samye, and that he later felt Tibet amid court intrigue. No, that he later left Tibet amid court intrigue. To fill in the gaps in this knowledge, there have arisen many legends about Padasmahava, his powers, and his treasures. Supposedly born as an 8-year-old child in the center of a rainbow-colored lotus floating on the waters of Lake Danakosha, the miraculous boy's special qualities were first noticed by the childless king Indrapahudi of Odinhana, who made him his heir. After being banished from the kingdom, Padasmahava traveled the carnal grounds of India, including Sitavana, gathering tantric knowledge and bending their resident spirits to his will. After an incident in which the king of Riwalshalar tried and failed to emulate him for secretly teaching tantric practices to his daughter Mandaharava, Pandasvahara flew to Tibet. There he subdued the country's rebellious demons and gods in a battle at the sacred hill Hippori, converting them to Buddhism and thereby paving the way for the Samye monastery to be built. The guru, by this time already over 1,000 years old, then traveled across Tibet and the Himalayas with another of his consorts, Yeshi Tigazaval, who the Tibetans view as the mother of their faith and a reincarnation of Sakyamuni, Buddha's own mother. Yeshi Togava hid various of the Padavahava's teaching and precious objects, terma, around the country, ready for future treasure revealers, Turtons, to uncover when they were needed. The Barter Total Tibetan Book of the Dead is one such terma. An emanation of Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite light, Guru Rinpoche, is regarded by the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism, whose teachings derive from his works as their patron deity and founder. They found that he left Tibet not because of distrust within the Tibetan king's court, as history would have us believe, but to fight a horde of cannibal demons who threatened to overrun India and Tibet. Now he dwells forever in his pure land, Zangdak Peli, the copper-colored mountain, where he will teach the tantras to the demons he conquered until the end of the age arrives. Thank you for punishing me with that.
You did great.
Fantastic job.
Are you sure that you're not a doctor? Because you just gave us a lot of knowledge. Do you teach at a university?
I need a regular archaeology roll out of you, sir.
Regular archaeology. I passed.
So you recognize the lake Danakosha. It's a mythological lake. It's alleged to have existed in the ancient kingdom of Odinya and thought to be located in the northwest frontier provinces in British India around Shakdara.
What?
You've heard of this lake before.
Maybe I should read this handout again.
Yeah.
So you've heard of this lake and roughly where it might be? Yeah, see, even Dice Gobbo says you did a good job reading.
Did he?
Yeah.
And what's at the lake?
That is where the ritual bowls may be.
Okay.
Ritual bowls.
Yep.
BOW.
You guys have to find 7 ritual bowls.
Well, let's go diving.
The other items that are required are 2 musical instruments that you must craft yourselves.
Oh.
2 musical instruments.
To acquire the necessary components to craft these, you must journey to another site associated with the great guru Sitavana. If anybody would like to give me a regular old history roll, 25, that's the target.
Ooh.
I got a 49,
Got a 73.
which is a pass for me, but
Not for me.
Regular pass.
it's a
So if you don't have it as a skill, 25 is the goal.
it's a regular pass for me.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, you're full of knowledge today.
Well, I have a really high history.
So let's see here. What do you know? So Siddhavara was, according to the... Oh, I don't remember how to say this. Huain Sang.
Just make it up. That's
Huain
what I did.
Sang. I don't know. One of the 8 legendary charnel grounds of India were Padasmarbhava. It was swallowed by the Dakini and thereby initiated into the secrets of the Tantra after passing through her body and being born again. Although its exact location is the source of much debate, it may be in the Indian town of Rajgir in Bahir and Orissa.
Even Jeff's pen sounds enticing.
Inappropriate.
You know, if you hadn't said inappropriate, that wouldn't have been inappropriate.
Right on.
Mhm.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
So I leave this path with you.
You're coming with us?
I will come with you if you would like me to.
Most definitely.
One of us is really excited about this.
Yeah. Is it the guy with a monkey?
Well, I think it's this lady that just said most definitely.
Yeah.
She's a photographer.
Well, I would like him to come with us, not to go alone. That makes more sense.
Does Tennis still look like a wooden statue?
No, he looks like a regular old, well, not regular old, like a young dude.
Yep.
Oh, so he could pass. Like he could.
Yeah, he's just dressed in like monk clothing, but that's still a thing that's worn today. So like people aren't going to be like, that guy looks really old.
Do we? I mean, I don't. Do we have room in the car?
We can make room.
What is a car?
Your mind will be blown.
Do you know what a horse and buggy is?
I know what a horse is. They're delicious animals.
Well,
okay, a
And
car
here I
is
thought you were
an
diving
electronic
into
horse. Although I don't know if he knows what electricity is.
Well, which direction would you like to go?
Well, we can either go to the lake or we can go to build instruments.
I think the lake.
Yeah, I agree. Let's find the balls first.
Adventure.
Should we find the bowls first?
I feel like finding would be,
Well,
I don't know if it would be
I
clear,
have a
but makes more
question.
sense.
So hold on. So this, I forget. I have written down Regier or Rissa, whatever. These are the two towns that this might be in.
Yeah. Yep. That's the.
There's 3 times. So Bahir, Ajir, and Larissa, right?
Where are those places?
Those are in India.
So all
India.
of these. So the lake is also in India.
Correct.
Yeah.
So my
British
question,
India.
are we going to be in danger? And this might be a bad question of people trying to take these bowls from us once we find them.
Oh, they're just simple ritual bowls. Why would you be in danger?
Well, we won't let them take it for us.
Well, my point is if we're making instruments, maybe that would be the less dangerous thing to do first if someone's going to try to take things from us.
How about which is closer?
That sounds more practical, but
Also, does King of Fear have followers in our realm?
Oh, most certainly.
Oh,
Much
he
like
does.
I am a
That's-
follower of the righteous, he has plenty of followers of fear.
so whatever we do.
Do
is
they know
fine.
about us?
That I couldn't tell you.
Well, he said that
I would
they
find it safe to assume that they do.
He did say that the King of Fear can send visions to his people. So
Well, so
Well, to anyone.
So I have a question then. We've had now I'm failing to remember as the player whether there was 2 people or just one person that we know of that had weird dreams that they talked about.
I think
Oh,
it was just one of you.
That was
Not
me.
not just me. I'm talking about like because there were other characters that talked or other NPCs that talked about it.
There was a few people in your party that Warner had some weird dreams.
Oh, okay.
Me too. Right.
Is
at
he
the
Warner or
beginning.
Wagner?
It might be Wagner. I don't remember.
Well,
We'll call him Warner because
It's Warner.
we just don't. Wagner's a bad name.
I mean, I definitely had that dream. So I'm just going to explain that to my group. So I had a dream that was extraordinarily similar to the one that was described by Wagner. And then it sort of had just happened with this bird flying out of this cave at me. That same thing happened in my dream.
I had the same dream at the lecture hall, or vision, I should say.
So, I mean, what does that mean? If
That's fascinating.
if the King of Fear sends visions to his am I an unwitting minion of the King of Fear?
You would have to submit yourself to him.
Oh well, that's a no-go for me then. I'm gonna.
But
That-
the
that's
Lords
cool.
of Shambhala can also do this.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what Kuluka King and the Lords could send that visions too.
Yes, they can.
Okay.
So which is closer?
Well, if you're leaving it up to me, based on traditional Buddhist values, we should go counterclockwise around the globe. Therefore, we will go to the lake first.
We'll go to the lake.
It's
Sounds
unanimous.
That's what we wanted to do anyway.
Wonderful. I'm glad you're agreeable. Let's take the evening and get settled in
To this cave.
to this cave. I will or get.
I mean,
get
that's a
rested.
normal place for me to settle in.
Isn't it
Get
morning?
rested.
Isn't it morning?
Take the day.
Oh,
And do we have a car here? I know we arrived in cars with soldiers, blah, blah, blah.
Are still here.
Okay.
how is the Chinese guard taking all this in?
He's not. He bounced as soon as he saw in the room. He was like, "I'm out of this. Like, want nothing to do
I'm
with
done
that."
guarding. What is with all this treasure in these adjacent caves?
Is there a treasure in the adjacent caves?
There was once. I would not call property of the dead treasure. I would be very careful calling it that.
We've had some recent bad experiences with people, dare I say, looting things from the dead.
So we're not going with the finders keepers rule of.
No.
As an archaeologist, I imagine you might like to examine it. Or something.
Oh, I mean that's, yep. but it is important to know whether or not we would retain any of this stuff for study purposes, or
Would it be normal practice to insist to leave it here for study or bring it to the university for study?
well, if I had been commissioned to go and retrieve things, then I would probably bring them back. But
We're not commissioned for anything.
Just like last year when they discovered the tomb of King Tutankhamun. Took everything.
They did that to that poor boy.
Well,
So does Tandon seem to know about the treasures in the adjacent caves, like anything?
No, he's just kind of got a little grin on his face, like a little like blissful ignorance almost.
well, I'm definitely going to go study it then.
with a hammer.
No, I'm going to be gentle. Come on.
We start with the brush.
That's right.
Work our
We'll
way
start
up.
with the brush. Yep. Squirt a little water on it. Give it a little quirt.
Are there any fancy writings on any of these walls that I can decipher and learn anything from?
Let me look.
I'd like to
Seems
take a look around the
job
cave.
for a photographer.
Roll your hieroglyphics.
I have
Sounds like a
calligraphy.
Sounds like, a dare. Sounds like something you got.
I have calligraphy.
Calligraphize.
Do you want me to roll calligraphy or do I have to find something first?
Oh no, roll your calligraphy.
Oh, okay.
It's an entire mystery to this generation.
Did you put points in calligraphy?
What's am I must be misunderstanding what calligraphy means.
but it's yes, but
It's
Oh,
What's
a
fancy
it's a
handwriting?
pre-made character.
Yeah.
At least he's pretty.
He didn't roll. He didn't put the points in. It was
there's-
already.
Oh, they
There's
were
points.
built in.
Points.
I can add to the calligraphy on the wall.
you like write invitations to people, and it's amazing. And
I
thank
have-
you notes.
I have-
Thank you notes that they're like, put it on the wall and frame it.
I've
In 50 years, your writing will be on Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I'm just gonna etch in some fancy writing here for people to find in the future, and I'm gonna sign my name.
So can we just? So, this is a game question.
Yep.
Did we have access to the treasure room?
Oh, yeah.
Space? Okay.
Yep.
It wasn't like something that we couldn't get to.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
So,
Again, he wouldn't call it a treasure room.
Right. Right.
are there any scary pictures of us depicted on the walls that we should take heed of?
Yeah. Do we need to know about that?
There is actually
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
that stands out a little bit.
Is it the one where I'm water skiing? Because I wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Hasn't been invented yet.
You're
That'd be
sledding,
really weird.
tobogganing down a mountain.
Can you
of
imagine
fire.
drawing things you never even knew existed for hundreds of years?
I believe water skiing was invented in the 1950s in Lake City, Minnesota.
Really?
Lake City.
That is some somewhat local knowledge that you have there.
I think we should probably take the day to modernize our friend here, Tennis, about modernized life because he doesn't know what a car is.
Well, you do that while I am looking at.
I don't think it's worth.
artifacts.
So there's one painting of 5 of you standing in front of a mountainous volcano with a gigantic gate in it, and it is spewing red shit out of the top.
Is one of the 5 of us
Lava?
this Buddha guy?
No,
Who is number 5?
you don't know.
I mean, like description.
Large male,
Okay.
bigger than all of you
Combined?
by a substantial amount.
Oh.
Is he wearing a robe?
Does the Buddha man know who that is?
He does not.
Is it my husband Bernard?
It is not.
Okay.
I don't know. Is your husband Bernard a large man? That's larger
guy.
than all of us.
Big dude.
Okay.
Bernard is a good name.
Do we have?
Do I get to be a golden retriever again?
You are so good at it.
Come here,
Thank
boy.
you. Really?
No,
Do I get a treat
nope.
That's a reason.
from the bakery?
Today, what treats do we have from the bakery? Mr. Schweddy, did you bring any of your delicious
Pup cups?
Pup cup.
maybe a croissant or a Christmas
Croissant?
ball?
Look, I could definitely go for a pup cup right now. Okay, so there is on your guys' maps. Do you have one that says the northern and southern Silk Roads and on into India, 1924?
We've got about a dozen maps, so I'm gonna just say yes.
Probably. All right. This is map. What were we looking for?
The northern and
south,
southern
this
Silk
one.
Roads and on into India, 1924. That looks like the one.
Okay.
Si, senor.
Beautiful.
Found it.
So take a second, get familiarized with that, because that is, you guys can choose which one of those routes to take
To get to the lake.
to get to the lake, to get to the, what's the actual name of the town? Hang on. Beep, 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 beep.
Would I know the best way because I'm familiar with this area?
Never a best way.
There isn't a best
Well,
way.
is there a
There's just
fastest way?
2 ways. Take a look at the map.
Patiently.
Which one is more picturesque?
They both tote the sides of mountains into a desert. So you're just on the north side of the desert or the south side of the desert.
I don't want to pick.
I don't even remember where we are.
So you guys are. So where you're gonna go from here? The first town that you're gonna hit is this Tunhuang. I don't know how to say that.
Chun Huang?
So that'll be the first town that you guys will hit.
Traveling west from where we are over here, and we're going
Yep.
that way.
So you guys are heading to Peshawar.
Okay, I see it.
So the little bitty here is the red line down on the bottom there, the southern one, is it goes through a hefty part of desert. If you look at the first like 600 miles or so, it is just desert.
And the other route?
The other route skirts the mountains, so you've got like actual like a break from the desert sun and stuff like that. And then the towns are closer together and more numerous on the northern route.
How about the people in these areas? Or any more?
That makes
I would
more
know.
sense.
They're villages, so they're just people.
I like the sound of the northern route.
Same.
So if you do check
Northern
the map
route.
out too, as you get further west,
Northern.
over towards the western peaks of the mountains there by Yarkand, there's a shortcut you can bypass, like you can cut out there between Kashgar and Yarkand. Because then you're going up into the mountains there. The Himalayas.
That's if we take the north way.
Either way, you have to go through those mountains. Like you have to cut through them either way, irregardless.
Is one shorter than the other?
Once you get to the
Because of-
mountains, they're both about the same.
North.
Can
Shall
I
we?
see?
Yes.
The southern line is quite a bit shorter by like 3 weeks, but it's like nasty.
It's deserts and cars from this current era very questionable, I'd say.
We're going to Peshawar. The north.
How much grass does a car take?
It's fueled by something else.
Yes, petroleum. Whale oil, are you familiar with that? Burning of oils and...
Oh, like for a lantern or a...
Yes, quite,
Or a
yes.
feathering, yes.
So, like that. Makes it go.
You feed that to your car?
Indeed. Liquid, yes.
Horses have really come a long ways.
True.
You have no idea.
It's
All right, so you guys, do you want any answers of the stuff you're investigating, or do you want to, should we beep to the Tunhuai?
I mean, so I want to know what's going on with the stuff that I'm looking at. I mean,
Give me a hard archaeology roll.
that is, I mean, I failed even though I have an 86 in the skill.
Ouch.
You could spend a
You
bucket of luck.
No,
think
I don't have
you
enough.
think that maybe this stuff is just counterfeit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, all of the stuff in the cave?
yeah.
Are you saying that
Kind
or
of looks
no?
like it was just made.
Like, so there's just like stuff that if I dropped it, it would break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Magic Man go and grab one, and if I think it's counterfeit, I'm gonna have him grab one and see what just do whatever he wants.
Just one of the
with it.
goblets or something.
Sure, something. Then see what he does with it.
what are you doing?
So yeah, Magic
fake.
Man beep 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 goes, picks it up, looks at it, looks at you, looks back at it, looks back at you, looks at it, looks back at you,
He's like, it's a weird task.
picks it up, and then Warner grabs it. He's like, what are you doing? What on earth are you doing?
I didn't do anything. Magic Man likes to play with things.
You need to control your monkey or I'll choke him.
Who is saying that?
Let me just roll my animal handling. Oh, success.
Who is,
Nice.
who is saying that?
Warner. This stuff is precious. You can't be letting a magic monkey handle things.
Yeah, Magic Man, you can't do that to that stuff. Sorry about that. This stuff looks like it's fake. What do you?
I can assure you nobody brought fake artifacts out here.
I mean, you brought fake artifacts to a merchant.
That's a slander campaign. I can assure you that this stuff is real.
Okay.
Nope. All right. Any other cool little nuggets you guys want to?
I mean, I would have liked to.
I
want to look around this cave as long as I have time to look around it. But
I mean, like you can poke around and you find some cool stuff, but nothing that really
okay.
life
So
changing.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take a picture of all the paintings
Yeah, you
and
can-
drawings on the walls.
You can document everything that you want.
How much film do you even have? Like, how does this work?
It's a fake camera.
Infinite.
You're pretty sure it's a fake camera.
It's a Polaroid. What do you think?
A Polaroid.
A Polaroid.
She gets 24 pictures for the entire campaign.
Well, she's already used 100 of them.
I also wanted, so I assume I don't know it's fake. I guess I heard the exchange. But I also wanted, like, while I was taking pictures of stuff, I wanted to see if there was anything in those caves, not necessarily like a treasure-wise, but like related to the mobs, because he seemed to kind of know there was something in the caves, but he didn't really.
There is nothing related to the monk in these other caves. He was
Okay.
walled off and forgotten about.
Okay. Like, Monko, anything that we're looking for is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, no,
anything that.
there's nothing.
So as I think about this, do I expect trouble tomorrow with these other people? I mean, like, are they just gonna? Do I think they think of it as their cars or communal cars?
They are their car. The cars you guys have are theirs.
Oh, yeah, because they came from the caravan center, didn't they?
Yeah, they want to go back to the caravan center in Siam. That's their end goal. So this Tun Huang, that's going to be your third stop heading back to Cyan. So there's a pretty good chance you're going to have to negotiate travel from there.
So we're not there yet.
No.
But the caravan, the cars are.
The cars will take you at least to there, and then there you're going to be...
Sufficient to tomorrow are the troubles thereof. So we won't worry about that yet.
And then, so this Toon Hong is like 2 weeks almost away.
Jeez. Okay.
Perfect.
It's a good chunk of time. 10 days, 2 weeks.
Not nearly as long
600
as I've ever
miles.
been here.
Well, I will get a good night's sleep.
Yep. Do we get to redline that 600 miles?
Bum, 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 bum,
We do.
Find out.
However, please,
Oh.
while you are sleeping, everybody roll me a listen. Regular listen.
This is not one of my strong points.
Ooh.
Fail.
I rolled an extreme success.
No.
I rolled a 6.
I failed also, and my listen is decent. These dice are terrible, Kyle.
May.
It's your fault.
Do I have another horrible nightmare with my extreme pass?
You hear somebody creeping around the cave.
Okay. Well,
Is it me?
It is not.
Is it Magic Man?
It is not Magic Man.
is anybody keeping watch or guard while we sleep? I don't know if that's necessary. Because if not, then I'm going to wake up somebody to come with me to go see who the heck's... I'm going to wake up Victoria Cross.
How
be
are
like-
you? How are you doing that? Let's hear the role playing, Eli. Come on.
I'm going to shake her awake with my hands and be like, yo, there's something going on out there.
Yeah, when May awakens me, I just know instantly. She doesn't need to say anything. I'm ready. So I grab my rifle. I kick him.
So
What?
when May when May jostles you,
Stupid.
when May jostles you, because apparently her eyes are just closed. You see in the doorway, the entranceway to the cave, there's a man standing with a torch,
Okay.
with his back to your cave.
Well,
Wait, which cave are we in?
You guys are just in a cave.
Like one of those treasure caves, or a different cave?
Probably the cave all your bed shit is in.
The sleeping cave.
Yeah.
so I've got
Oh, the first cave.
my rifle leveled at this person who I don't yet recognize, and
So I'm not even going to make you roll for this. So you do also notice across this man's back is a rifle, and it appears to be a holster on the
sure.
on the side. You can hear mutterings of what you think is Chinese. Maybe he's saying something to someone.
Do I hear this?
You do not. Well, I mean, you hear it, but you don't know what. Like,
It's not loud enough for me to
No,
decipher.
it's not Chinese.
Well, I know what language is being spoken, so
It's Indian.
I speak Hindi.
Do you?
I speak Tibetan. I don't think that's Hindi.
So you hear him telling. It sounds like he's talking to maybe one or two people. Pick that stuff up. Put it in the wagon. Keep him tied up over there. These ones are sleeping. We don't have to worry about them. We need to make this. We need to hurry. We got to go.
If I'm walking past our excellent photographer, I'll also nudge her as I'm approaching stealthily.
Do I wake up?
Oh yeah, you wake up. Well, this guy he's oblivious apparently because I rolled a 99 on his detect you.
So I'm gonna get my rifle out too now that I see.
Yeah, I'm getting my,
So I get within about a foot, and I'm not looking back to see what these folks are doing. I assume that they're doing what they should do, but I get within about 2 feet of this fella, and I say in Hindi, "Turn around slowly."
So when you do that, you hear him start to giggle a little bit, and he turns around slowly, and it's an Indian man, rather large, and he just smiles and says, "I have the power here," in Hindi.
And Is this the fifth person from the?
It is not.
No.
This guy, he's bigger than you guys, but not like. I mean, he's probably about the same size as the doctor.
The doctor has a 45 size.
Okay, well then he's like we'll call it a 50.
I have
a little bigger than.
I have a 50 size.
A little bigger than you.
How's your Queen's English? I ask in English.
He's gonna look at you and.
Very well. I'll switch back to Hindi. And who might you be?
He's
Oh, sorry.
Bam!
We go at 9 in America.
Is that what happened?
No, it's not.
I don't know. Have Dr. Underwood roll his dex.
There you go.
Fail.
All right. Yeah, that's what happens.
All right, so you're holding the rifle. Underwood bumps you. You shoot, and it hits him square in the chest, and he falls back. And everybody that's outside, all the torches that you guys see, just kind of go out.
And I'm racking another one.
And where he's laying now is a pile of clothing with like a lump in the crotch.
The rest of you had better run. That's Hindi.
So let me paint the picture better.
Yeah.
Where you would expect to see the body of this person that you just shot, as it fell to the ground, the body disappeared.
Should I make a sanity?
And the clothing, well, hang on.
Okay.
The clothing is like what's there. So it's going to take you a second to kind of figure this out, because as he did that, all the lights and stuff went off out in the... And now you can hear Warner, what the hell? So give me a D1, the full. Just let's have you guys each lose 1 sanity, and then out of this pile of clothing, a large rat emerges. Anybody have rat ideas?
A natural world.
So now, when I say large rat, I'm talking like 2 feet. Minus the tail. Weirdly enough, it's also got what looks like a crown on.
Okay.
I'm going to try to shoot the rat.
All right, so cross is right there,
I'm in the back.
rechambered. I believe.
Kyle?
Yep, Cleo has
Did you hear what-
rapid fire, or do you have quick draw?
It doesn't say on this sheet. You have to look on my sheet. I think it's rapid fire.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't shoot a gun.
This sheet doesn't have all my information that I have on the computer.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Where did I put
How
your
about her?
sheet?
How about her dex? That's a speed thing.
Yeah, what's your dex?
50.
You have rapid
Rapid
fire
fire.
and keen vision.
Keen vision is for spot hidden.
I have a photographic memory.
So
I think the keen vision is a size thing, so it
Yep.
it's really small, so
Yep.
it's still easier for her to hit.
No, I think keen vision is for spot hidden. That's that extra die.
oh yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
another term for the
Yeah.
eagle-eyed or whatever it's
Sure,
called.
sure,
Yep.
sure.
All right, so take your shot at this little rat,
Who's you?
Anastasia.
And I roll against my, where is it? Hold on.
So you're gonna roll
Oh.
your
Handgun.
Handgun.
yep,
My revolver.
firearms handgun. You need an 85 or better.
8. So I did it.
Is that an extreme? Yeah, that's an extreme.
Yeah, that would be an extreme, yeah.
So we
Shot
have
the
some
crown right off
extreme
its head.
rat goo.
So,
Extreme is 17, and I rolled an 8.
what does it look like when you shoot the piss out of this rat?
Cleo
It
has the power.
dies a million times.
I hit the head and it explodes.
You should carve a picture into the rat.
Does she
A
have
big C.
Does she have a 45?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Ask
That was
Amber.
a 44.
44. Sorry.
But still.
So what does it look like when you shoot this thing with 345 rounds for maximum damage? So I want to paint a picture for you.
Well, she doesn't have to shoot 3 times.
Hold up your thumb.
Okay, let's do this then. So if it's 3,
The end of your thumb is the size of the bullet that you just hit that thing with.
okay, so if it's 3,
You don't have to shoot 3 times.
No, you can just shoot once. Once is
oh,
enough
so
to-
what if it's once it hits it in the head and the head explodes
Wonderful. Just pop.
and the crown falls off?
It
Good
should pop
show,
up in
Keo.
the air and somebody should catch it.
That would be
Yeah, crown
great.
pops up in the air. Roll me a dex if you want to catch it.
I'm not there to catch it.
I'm in.
Do it. That'd be epic.
Oh, I do have really good decks,
All right.
but I'm
Crown,
behind everyone.
dangles onto the ground, makes this cool little metallic sound, and rat juice all over everybody.
I clip on my
Sorry.
my flashlight, which of course I've been holding,
So
tactically.
yeah, you do that, and then just like as it comes on, Warner's face is like he's like, oh, what the hell are you doing in here?
And he's not tied up or anything.
No, he's like he looks down, he's like, what? You shot a rat?
And is there like the crown is?
Yeah, the
still
crown.
there?
I mean, it's a small. I mean, it's not
It's rat sized. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rat-sized crown.
Well, I mean, Dr. Cross shot an Indian man first.
An Indian? What?
Well, not because he was Indian.
You really
Well,
need
that's
to.
true.
You really need to hustle and be here when things happen instead of just running out the last minute.
What do you mean? What's happened? What's happened? I don't understand.
Where are the other people?
I'm picking up this
So I
crown
have-
and looking at it.
Weren't there other people trying to pack up and leave?
Yeah, it's weird. There isn't anybody out there. So the crown that you have.
What about the
is-
torches? Are the torches gone?
Yeah, the torches went out when
What
you
were
guys
they-
shot the first shot.
What about what they were packing
Yeah,
up?
but they went out. Where are they? Are they there or are they just gone?
They're gone.
There's nothing left
No,
of the group.
it's almost like it didn't happen.
So can I?
You can lose one
I thought-
sanity for having that realization.
Great. But besides that, can I approach the rat leftovers?
Well, hang on. Let me
And-
finish up with Jeff on the crown.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
you can approach the rat leftovers and play in it.
First of all, I would just like to point out that Mark's character sheet, where it says Pulp Cthulhu, underneath that it says Reckless Tales of Adventure in the world of H.P. Lovecraft, and I feel like, yeah, we're achieving that.
Yeah. You guys just murderized a rat.
But not because
the
he was
crown-
Indian.
I mean, nobody likes an Indian rat.
So in the front of the crown, it looks like there's a very nice polished ruby, and then coming off from the sides that would go around the head, it looks like 2 rat tails intertwined with each other that come out from the ruby.
Does it look like it's gold?
Yes, it is for sure gold. You don't even need to appraise it to know that this thing is pure.
Can
What do
I-
you make of that, Doctor?
Can I study this too? Do I know?
You
That's
can
I try. What do I need to do?
give me hard archaeologies.
Hard
Can
archaeology.
I roll anything else?
That's the only kind of archaeology I do.
And reckless.
So I passed my hard.
Yes.
So you're pretty sure that this thing is not just super old, but super duper old.
Yeah.
And pure gold, real ruby, best craftsmanship you've ever seen on something like this.
Don't let Warner see that.
This is
Wait, where is that monk
Yeah.
during this time?
I'm wondering the same thing. What is he reacting to what just went down?
So the monk is in his little his room, the little den that he was in.
And he hasn't come out.
He has not come out. He probably doesn't know what a gunshot is. So
Well, it didn't startle him or anything.
I mean, really big
maybe,
toot-toot.
but
Must be eating peaches.
And nobody else is around. Yeah, nobody else is around except for Warner.
Warner's around, and now you guys see people kind of like stirring, like the military
should
guys
put
are
that
like kind
away.
of sluggishly like getting their shit to get like stumbling out of
Just
their
in
tents
time.
and like
We should put that thing away.
Yeah, I've handed the crown to the professor. And how about the clothing?
Put it on Monkey Man.
The clothing is there, and
Is it modern? Is it ancient?
No, it looks old, like just old.
Maybe the monk knows what this was.
Sorry, everyone. A bit of an alarm, and we've all taken care of it now. Back to bed. Sleep well.
Can I approach to the
You know,
red
they make
leftovers?
powder for that type of hysteria. Warner walks off. All right, what, Bride?
I want to play in the red leftovers.
All right, what do you want to do to the rat leftovers?
Well, if it's possible for me to roll, I don't know if that would be appropriate. To roll first aid and try to determine if this is like organically a rat, or if this is something
you
else.
don't need to roll. You know, whatever it was alive, and it was a rat.
So it's not different than a rat, or like a rat.
You can give me a, let's see here, natural world. Is that on here?
That's on here.
Yeah, give me a natural world, a hard natural world.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. It's only a 10. But I rolled a 3. my natural world is 10.
Can you send me a picture of that? I think you're full of shit. Weird. You never roll
Okay,
this
I've
good in
been
person.
I've been rolling terrible until these last 2 rolls. So,
Oh, that's weird,
and
isn't it?
if I really wanted to cheat, I would put it the proper way.
The bigger
so.
the lie, the bigger the story.
Yeah. All right. So, you're like, it's a big rat, but it kind of looks maybe like this rat walked around on its back legs.
Not in a rat-like way.
That's, I mean, that's really all you can determine from what's left.
I'm just thinking, like, okay, if this guy was supposed to monologue, we just shot him just right off the.
I mean,
Maybe he
I was still
transformed.
half asleep, man.
That was great.
I'm gonna
Couldn't have scripted that better.
Oh Lord, what did we miss?
I'm gonna call Dr. Cross
You know,
and-
what you don't know can't
and
hurt you.
show her the rat ways that are not rat ways. Just point it out.
Its back legs look like maybe it stood on them more than it didn't.
Yeah, so I would like to
I'm going back to bed.
So
convey that to Dr. Cross.
while
and just
you're
say-
showing that to Dr. Cross, your dear friend Monkman walks in and he's like, "Oh, what was all the commotion? I heard loud, I don't know, fireworks or something. What was the was the celebration?"
Mysterious, Doctor.
In a way.
He's gonna look down at the rat and just be like,
It was wearing this crown. If that means anything.
its head flew off.
May I?" He's gonna look at it and be like, "Are you sure this is the crown it was wearing?
Definitely.
That was wearing this."
Yes. Well, first it was a man.
An Indian one.
Beside the point, I think. who spoke Hindi and, alas, was killed. And then this rat, the body disappeared. The human body disappeared. What was left was this rat wearing a crown. And, well, before it had a chance to say or do anything, that was killed too. But definitely this crown.
Well, this
And the threat tends to walk on its back 2 feet way more than it needs to naturally.
well, you should see her husband. This is the crown of the Rat Queen.
Bingo.
Is the King
is
of
this-
Fear anything to do with the Rat Queen?
I suspect we'll find out soon enough. Any idea what she was doing here?
She?
Very
I thought it was a he.
She was packing up to leave quickly in the night.
Well, there were talks about torching something and grabbing somebody, right?
No,
Nope.
they were trying to leave quickly, packing up their.
What did she say that made you shoot her?
Well,
That's-
first of all, it was a
Shoot,
man.
is that the word?
Yes, quite. A little bit of a
Hostile environment.
misunderstanding, I
A
suppose.
happy accident.
Yes, well, the discharge was not entirely intentional, but the results were satisfactory.
Yeah, I stumbled a little bit.
The one was not intentional.
Okay. So,
I mean, is the Rat Queen someone who is a good person? Like the Lords of Shambhala? Where does a Rat Queen fit?
Well, it's rats, but good, bad.
we do have to pass through their kingdom to get to Pashwara.
Oh, that's lovely. Can we take a way that doesn't go through their kingdom?
Heard it?
No.
Can we
Whose
blame
side are they
Warner?
on?
They are on their own side. They are rats.
Would they appreciate the crown being returned to them, or would they rather resent the death of their queen?
Maybe we should stop at the bakery for some treats.
This is a conundrum.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
This is a. We'll have to.
Did we just start a war?
I'm gonna go think about this. Why don't you get some sleep and maybe don't kill anybody else?
That part hasn't been going so well.
Why Why would the queen be here?
My assumption would be to offer passage through her domain.
I imagine she would have told us.
The royal family doesn't usually make appearances just nilly-willy. That's not the words he uses. I can't find the correct words. So,
Well, the Rat Queen certainly isn't finding any more words.
Well, we have found, though I would say, a curious curse in certain locations and at certain times in our travels here, where buggies falling apart, wheels coming off rickshaws, and all sorts of ill luck. So
I
why
know.
don't you just chalk this up to one more
Photographers
incident?
shooting rats.
interesting.
Well, are we?
Oh, I guess we'll have to see when we get to the Tarim Basin. What's to become of us?
Quite so. Forward.
Are the rats gonna get us tonight?
Well, we have to go back to our cave beds.
Should someone stay awake to watch for the rest of them?
But
Because
weren't
there
they
were
talking
others.
about grabbing something and doing something? I heard that.
Yeah, the guy was telling people to hurry up and pack it up so they could get out of there.
And
we
there's
see-
not any stuff. There's not like crates or stolen artifacts or
No,
anything like that.
no.
out there. Well, very good.
Well, they shouldn't be riding around in the middle of the night.
Well, I'm going to go back to sleep.
Rats.
How
rats,
late
rat.
is it?
It's night.
Okay, I'm just debating not going to sleep.
I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
You know what? I didn't
Same.
shoot anybody. I'm going back to sleep too.
So, Cleo and Cross, please give me power rolls. Regular hard, or not even hard, just regular power roll.
I get a bonus die on this kind of thing.
Maybe
Wonderful.
if you fail, you become the new
I
rat
made it.
queen.
Cleo,
Power staff.
Please become
pass.
the rat
You
queen.
both passed.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You both have dreams. I'm not even going to call them nightmares of a sandstorm while you're traveling through the desert. The sandstorm is black, and in the sandstorm,
Rats.
red eyes.
Uh-oh.
Rats.
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 Are there little beady eyes?
They're just red eyes. Beady eyed. That's the shoot little things.
And maybe
I
we
did.
should just avoid the desert entirely. Go all the
Yeah,
way
that's what
around.
it's
You didn't have that dream.
Nope, you have no idea.
You're right.
Who else is having the dream with me?
You and Dr. Cross.
Okay.
Rats.
You are both in the dream and both acknowledge each other in it.
Do you make up a cool new handshake with each other in the dream?
You'll never know.
Secret dark storm rat ice handshake.
All
I
right.
mean, at least we're not alone.
So,
That's
We
true.
do
Yeah.
finger guns to each other, though?
so you
Yeah,
guys
the
have this
dream.
dream. It doesn't warrant any sanity loss or anything like that. Morning comes, rooster crows. The morning comes, not morning the guy.
It's
Very
not the demon cave rooster.
No, just a regular cave rooster.
Off and away, and no point in looting the dead because none of these artifacts are worthwhile.
Well, I mean, we kept the crown, didn't we?
Well, that dead, yes.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kept it.
I think you gave it to me, didn't you? I did. Yeah,
Yes.
I have the
I,
crown.
I think our story is Warner did this.
I'm gonna write rat crown on my sheet.
Rat crown. Queen.
Maybe Monkey Man can wear it.
Shut up.
Just to rub it in.
Magic Man.
Rub it in to the rat.
That is simultaneously brilliant and terrible.
It looks like it would fit Magic Man.
I suppose the question is if I have it in a spot where he would be curious about it.
Roll your animal handling. Let's see.
Oh, that's a big fail.
So is he curious about it?
Well, I think you get to decide how curious he is.
It's shiny.
We'll wait till an
It's a
inopportune moment.
That's right.
Yeah, he's curious about
When the
it.
Rat King demands his queen back.
It's caught his eye.
I mean, he's been around a lot of archaeological sites, so he's used to, let's check this out and let's check that out.
Yeah. It caught his eye. You noticed that it piqued Magic Man's interest.
Or maybe I didn't.
Let's just imagine for a moment someone killed the queen of our country and how the king would react.
Are you suggesting that Magic Man is the king of the rats?
Magic Man is the queen now.
It's all very confusing.
Yeah, this has gone off the rails in a hurry. So, onward to the lake.
All right. So we're redlining it to Toon.
Straight through the kingdom.
Next morning comes, you guys get your stuff packed up. The military guys help you. Uneventful in the cars. We're just,
And I will, well, May, I had a most curious dream, and you were in it with a desert and a black storm. Is this
Cleo.
I think
And the
Cleo-
red eyes,
Cleo?
right?
Yes, Cleo. What did
You had a dream about me?
And the red eyes?
Red eyes, yes.
Yes, I did too. I saw you in it.
So are you describing the dream?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, we're talking about it.
may
Uh-oh.
immediately recognize the Karaburan, otherwise known as the Black Hurricanes, which are known in the Tarim Basin. The sky turns black as midnight, and the desert sand and stones are lifted into the air and spun around it at dangerous speeds, then hurled back down again to the detriment of any who happen to be in their way. According to Albert von Lecroc, in 1905, one Karaburan overturned an entire caravan of carts carrying heavy silver ingots. The strange clashing and wailing noises that accompanied such storms are alleged to drive people mad. Some believe the sounds are the ghostly cries of those who lost their lives to the tempests in ages past. Others claim that they are the cries of flesh-eating monsters who roam the storms looking for fresh meat. These creatures may even be the source of Marco Polo's reference to the region as ghoul-infested.
Side note, I have never once ever had the nickname Marco Polo. That was a lie. Carry on.
So we're not going through the desert, correct?
Oh, no, you're going right through the desert.
Yeah.
Right through the Tarim Basin.
But we're
I thought we
going,
decided to not to.
Well, you're just going through less of the desert.
and the towns are closer together.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going through the North Desert.
Yeah. Versus the South Desert.
Onward, ever onward.
Both of them are yucky poop.
Is there this lake is in the middle of the desert or after the desert?
After the desert. So if you look at the map there, track that blue line all the way to Pamirs.
Oh, okay, there.
Yep. Through those mountains, right on the edge of the map there, where the red line and the blue line kind of
We
meet.
don't really have colored lines on our map.
Oh, don't you?
If they are, I can't see them.
Fair.
I am not colorblind.
So,
There is no
Jeff's
line.
word for it.
so on the other side of the mountains, the last settlement there is
Oh,
Peshawar.
it's circled on ours.
Yep. Oh, that's where you're heading.
Oh, did you do that? That's smart.
Yes.
Labeling the map. No, I'm assuming Jeff did. He's
He
Dr.
did.
Cross would think to circle
Yeah.
the location on our map.
We do have
You have tubes? Oh, no.
But that's not the northern and southern. Doesn't matter. Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
right.
dun, dun.
All right. You guys arrive in Tunhuang.
Tulhuang.
Your military escort has expressed their dissatisfaction with you wanting to continue on not to Siam.
Wait, I thought this was it wasn't military. I thought this was the caravan center.
Sorry, the caravan center caravan. They are not contractually obligated to continue on in that direction, so they intend to bring the rest of your stuff to Cyan with or without you.
So I can. So
They're gonna get
we
a
can- we don't
horrible
get to-
Yelp review.
I mean, I'm gonna take my stuff off of there.
Yeah, you can do that. They're not going to stop you, but they're just saying, if you leave it, we'll take it.
Formal complaint.
Oh no.
with
Well,
the
I mean, I
caravan
think we'll
center.
just take as much as we can.
Yeah.
So
How many barrels of gunpowder did we get?
We definitely
Zero.
need.
Okay.
We definitely need stuff to travel through a desert and mountain.
So how far do they take us?
They take you to Tunhuang.
Is there a chance that the caravan center has a caravan going through to where we want to go now?
So where you are currently, there are a lot of donkeys.
Sounds just like a food.
Lots of carts.
I mean,
And I'll talk to our caravan head then. And is there some way we could convince you to lend us a car, or is a car appropriate for the next leg of our journey?
These automobiles are not equipped for the desert. They will make it a quarter of the way and be stuck in the sand.
And what do you make of these donkeys? Is this an appropriate?
That should do. Just make sure you bring enough fuel.
donkey fuel.
Yep.
I didn't know that they were desert-dwelling animals.
They don't really like it.
Okay.
Burros.
Oh, sure.
They're not fans, but they'll be fine. They don't require much water.
Well, you've
Oh,
been...
donkeys.
If I were you, I would go to the mini caravan center over there. Not affiliated.
Well, we appreciate your efforts.
But you know about your competition at least.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we go to the mini caravan.
yeah, let's
center.
get equipped.
How much for 5 donkeys? Rental donkeys.
10.
Should we get one
10
more to carry all
donkeys.
of our stuff? Some of our stuff.
So you guys could reasonably get there with the 5 of you with probably 7 donkeys,
Yeah, we need donkeys
including
for
a
our
guide,
stuff.
because you'll have to have a guide.
So 8
Kelpie
donkeys.
guy.
So 8 donkeys.
8 donkeys, 5 of us, a guide, and 2 pack donkeys.
So this very young, maybe 13, 12-year-old man.
Can his name be Kelpie?
His name is Song, actually.
Song.
I will
Maybe he
take
can
you.
help with the
I will take you
instruments.
for one. Do you have a silver coin?
Of course.
That I'll take you for that.
Excellent. Well, I imagine we'll need a day, a night, that is, to prepare and leave tomorrow. Is there good enough water and oats or
Almost,
whatever?
yeah. I'll make sure. I will make sure we're ready to go first thing tomorrow morning.
Well, that's ideal, I'd say.
Have you made this journey before?
Oh yes,
Oh, you've gone to this
Pan.
Peshawar?
yeah.
many times.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how long does it take?
Oh, 5 or 6 days.
Mm.
Maybe a week.
That doesn't
it's-
seem
So
bad.
a week there and
It's
a week
1,700 miles. Just FYI.
Can we roll a BS?
back. So we're
meter?
gonna make. So we're gonna go. So we're gonna go 1,700 miles on donkeys in a week.
Maybe 10 days.
And you're gonna do it for 1 silver.
yeah.
I thought it took us 10 days to get here in cars.
Oh, those are slow and ineffective. They can't go over the train we're going to go over. I know a shortcut, you see.
Is it through the earth?
As a matter of fact, no. But
Do we have another guide? We can take?
Right.
How many times
Time
have
to
you
look
done
for a
this?
more experienced guy.
I heard
believe.
Kelpie's our guy.
We'll count this silver as a donation to the
Rent
cause.
it
Does
down.
anyone have a good number in guide finding?
Let's assume I know how to find a guide.
Somebody give me one luck roll out of one of you.
I just used a bunch of luck. Mine's at 58.
Mine's at 59, and I have used 1 luck.
I've got 71.
There you go.
Oh,
Blink,
no.
I failed.
Finds the same
Nobody's
guide.
good at guide finding.
Man, you think this is your guy?
I really don't.
What
think so.
what luck number do I have on there? I don't see it on here.
It's too
Your
late. We
luck
did a luck
is-
roll.
Yeah,
Huh?
83. It's 83, but we already failed it.
Oh,
Anastasia,
okay.
just say you rolled it first and give a new number. Then send a picture.
Well, this kid looks like he's maybe a little full of shit, but he'll probably get you there. He's got a
So
3-star review.
How many
From the other
times
guys.
exactly? How many times exactly did you make this journey trip?
0.
Why don't you roll intimidate, charm, or persuade on him?
Sure. Let me pick which one. I
Here
think
comes
in-
Anastasia's famous
Oh,
dice rolling.
excellent. Gonna intimidate a 12-year-old kid.
yes, I'm doing it.
Welcome to Ten Huang.
Listen
10
here, you
wrong.
little piss.
I can't see. 78. No, I failed.
Your intimidate is 65.
Yeah, I failed it.
Oh,
Well, what did you do to try to intimidate him?
Well, I was gonna walk up to him closely and say, "How many times exactly did you make that journey? Be honest with me."
So maybe you didn't say it in an intimidating way. You
Yeah,
said it in
apparently
like
not.
an inappropriate way.
I'll draw it really fancily on paper.
So he's going to look up at you and be like, I told you, it's been a few times. I mean, at least a couple. I know how I can get you there. Don't worry.
Well, I think
My
it's
role-
time for a good dinner.
Yeah.
My roll psychology and CP is lying, or try to anyway.
No.
No.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna go eat
I'm
dinner,
done.
and we're gonna get ready for Desert with Song.
Let's just hope he doesn't show up tomorrow when we are ready to go.
Right. That seems like the most likely thing.
You don't think he's going to show up?
That makes more
This
sense.
one coin.
That's right. Then we really will
Chalk
have
it
to
up.
go to the other caravan center.
We'll find out. All right. Something spicy for dinner.
All right. So there's one little place in
Something-
town.
Not too spicy.
It's a little
Okay.
boutique-y kitchen. It's got one pot of saucy chicken, it looks like, and you're getting that gooped right onto the plate.
Excellent. Reminds me of my
Saucy
childhood.
chicken.
It's let's see how good it is.
We are the only customers.
I rolled a 100, so you're pretty sure that this is dog penis.
We might
I would know what
we
it
might
is.
not have should have ate the local.
Yeah.
This
whoops.
water might not be quite.
I mean, I got two elder signs glaring right back at me here. That's
I think my
Well, I mean,
stomach's
we
a
have no
little
other
iffy.
options for food.
Song got his payback.
Do we have any other options for food?
you didn't realize it until you got into it.
I should have known when Magic Man wasn't even having any.
Yeah, It just turns out it's Little Red Rockets.
Well, that sucks.
This is not sitting well.
Yeah, agreed.
Why did
No.
we ask how good it was?
Well, we were famished, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's hitting.
We ate
it's
before we
hitting a
realized.
spot, but
Song
it's not
told
hitting
me-
the spot.
Song told me it was really good.
All
Well,
right.
a feverish night.
Yeah, you guys get the tummy poops tonight. Big deal. A little bit of
like,
dehydration before
We just
you
got
go
a
into the
couple
desert.
days on
Yeah.
the road.
Drink to that.
So
And we need to get some more.
Just
we need
not
to make
the
sure we got
local
enough
water.
water. Like,
There are no bushes in the desert, so maybe this is a good thing.
Cactus.
that's probably not in this desert.
this is not a cactus desert.
So, I mean, are we able to supply ourselves here
Yeah,
Oh,
morning
yeah.
comes, right?
appropriately?
Yeah, you can. But morning comes, and to your delightful surprise,
Oh.
Song with 8 donkeys and an older gentleman are there waiting for you, fully outfitted, ready to go, ready to rope a dope.
Oh,
Who's this
hello,
fellow?
sir. Who might you be?
This is my dad. He's actually going to take you. He couldn't believe that 4 British people would hire me.
4
and our
British people.
monk friend.
And this guy.
Yes, well, it feels like a
I don't understand why he thinks I'm
lucky
British.
find.
Me too.
Anyway, carry on.
You're speaking English.
That's true.
That's what he knows.
We're the white man. We're all British to him.
You guys are all from the
same.
Caucasus regions.
Yeah, sure. All right, so we're on our way.
Yeah.
Dr. Cross is ready to go. I'm ready to go.
So
I'm ready to go wherever
Song
Dr.
Senior
Cross goes.
would like to know your preferred
Elder
path,
song.
north or south.
No.
You said north, yeah. Is that worse? Tell the truth.
What do you
Song.
recommend, Elder Song?
Actually, I do have one question though. Do both ways take us through this this region named whatever it was with these
Yes.
Karaburans?
Is there a way around it?
Well, the whole desert is prone to these.
The northern route, then, shall we?
What do we do when this happens?
Spit spot.
Well, it might. I mean, they're not very common. I mean, what are the odds that would happen to you?
Let's say it were to happen. Is there a good way to prepare for it other than what we have?
I believe in your language we call it we batten down the hatches.
Has it happened to you before?
This is a tale for the first night.
Exciting.
Riveting.
Off we go.
Well, shall we?
All right, so
We're gonna do
we are going on the
An adventure.
Adventure.
northern route. So Song Senior would
Elder
like
Song.
to know if any of you have a gold trinket or coin.
Interesting question.
Monk
I
Magic
don't know
Man.
if I do. He might have some.
We need a gold item
Yes.
for a certain leg of this journey to pay our way through.
Well, we do have such an item.
Hold on.
If it's gold,
We
it'll
have-
work. If you're okay parting with it, it'll work.
Wait, it was the crown gold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
This just gets better and better.
Do we have anything else that's gold?
we have silver.
Why don't we could purchase something that's golden here before we leave out?
Not here.
No. Well, then, yes, we're all set.
Marvelous. That'll make our travel much easier.
God.
Well, where do we have to pay our way?
Can we
Where do
assume-
we have to pay our way?
In Aksu.
Can we maybe?
Is us who lives in Aksu?
That's before the territory that he described, right? That's the Rat Kingdom or whatever.
That is before. So technically on the map, that is not to the rat territory that the monk from 800 years ago. told you.
Ratatory.
Okay.
I have a very fancy.
So it's not
calligraphy
the right
set.
territory, so we can't stay with the crown there. Correct?
Is it gold?
I do have a wedding ring. So that could work.
I'm just gonna roll 50.
Bernard will understand.
It's not gold.
So one of you asked who we were paying the homage to, or the.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
quite.
So it's a small faction. They're rather primitive, but they're referred to as he's referred to as the Rat King. It's just a man. It's not a rat. Don't worry. But
Oh, that's what we
just
are
have
paying.
to-
We
we
might-
have to we have to pay to pass through his territory unmolested.
Perfect. Shall we?
This is-
Fortune
Yeah.
favors the bold and the reckless.
well, we don't know if fortune favors the reckless.
Oh, for sure. For sure it does.
Okay, that was self-defense.
Do not say that to the Rat King.
What? I didn't catch it.
Exactly. She said it was
She said that was
self-defense.
self-defense.
It definitely wasn't. It was more like
Yes,
an
Alex,
accident.
unmolested. All right. So
A woman these days has to stand up for herself.
So I have a couple rules before we hit the road.
Yes.
There are posts that mark our path. Do not, under any circumstances, for any reason, ever do
Yes.
anything to anyone
For
Do not
any
go-
reason.
Do not go off the trail for any
No
reason.
matter who you're with.
Stay on the trail. Check.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So the paths are marked by wooden posts that are approximately a quarter kilometer apart.
Perfect.
Finally, kilometers. Great.
What's that mean? Kilometers or how many
Kilometer,
kilometers in a mile?
quarter kilometer is
Eighth of a mile.
250,
So these
250
Okay,
meters.
so like every quarter mile.
these are to prevent you from getting lost should any storms arise or at night.
Perfect. Stay on
That's
the trail.
fair.
Just stay on the trail.
Okay.
So we're gonna set off.
How many times
Intuitive.
have you done this trail?
We've asked this question like 45 times. It's
But
time
not to
go.
Elder Song. Fine, let's go. It's fine.
He said he had a number of rules, but I only heard one.
Yeah, is there more than one?
I don't
rule?
mean to question.
We'll get to the other ones when we get out.
Excellent.
We have like 3
Never.
doctors with us. They want rules.
Don't ever, under any
So-
circumstance, do anything to anyone.
anyone. So we're gonna red line the first 29 hours of our trip. This is going to put us about 20% of the way to Turian.
To
Or Turfin.
To what?
Turfin. To Turfin. First stop.
Here we are.
okay.
So we're a day and an eighth into this journey. So it's like noon on the second day.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we're like, by now we're probably pretty good at staying inside the posts.
So
So good.
yeah. So, it's noon. You guys you went nonstop because he's trying to make this is not a journey that you want to be traveling as much in the day. So his advice now is noon, we rest. This is where we sleep.
Okay.
Only mad
we
dogs
setting-
and Englishmen go out in the middle of the day.
So we're going to set up camp. Please don't exit
we-
the markers. Or stay on the road.
Are we setting up watch?
You can
So,
watch the sand. If
He's
you'd
gonna
like.
he's gonna like do the whole Western circle the wagons thing. They're not. I mean, they're kind of small wagons, but
All right.
and then he's gonna lay a little fire and start cooking up some mush. I don't know.
Some rat, chicken.
Jeez.
It's something.
What is
Oatmeal.
rat chicken? Anyway.
cat?
Are there any
Rat
wild
chicken would be
animals
cat,
around
right?
these parts?
There's no. I mean, there's no animals here.
We're going on a hunt.
If anybody would like to look around the area, you may do that.
Yeah. I'm
You
gonna
don't
do that.
have to,
I'll do that.
but you can.
No, I'll be the one.
I'll clean my rifle.
You want to clean mine?
I would
too?
like to look around the area too.
You want to clean mine while I'm doing this?
So,
Of course.
I appreciate.
You should
that.
really learn how to do that.
are you two going outside of the stakes
can teach me.
to look around the area?
outside the stakes?
Yep. Or are you staying in the stakes?
No, inside.
Okay.
Look, if Song said it,
Elder Song.
Why don't the two of you roll me a spot hidden and let me know if either of you get a hard.
fail.
I'll do a walk around the stakes. Not outside the stakes, inside the stakes. I'm
Cleo?
5 off of a hard.
Spend five luck.
Can
Am I out
can
there
I
or
use
no?
luck for
Yeah,
this?
you said you were going to investigate with the doc, so give me a hard spot hidden.
Oh, it's Anastasia.
So it's half of the regular number.
Yep.
Okay, let me reroll one. I have that. I rolled 35. 60. So let's see if I can make it better. No, I made it worse.
I'll use 5 luck to see.
How much luck do I have?
You have 83 luck.
She could spend 5.
Oh, yeah, you should spend 5 so I don't have to waste mine.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll write it down.
So you have 78 now.
Did you adjust it?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
So
And can you take 2 cents?
notice, you're
cents
pretty
off, too.
What?
2 sanity I lost today. Can you take that off too?
Sure.
Sorry.
All right. So you're pretty sure, like, it's a little difficult to see, but off the trail a little ways, it appears like there's a pile of bones and maybe like a human skull.
Oh,
But it's a couple 100 feet off the trail, so it's a little tricky to see. But
well, I would like to approach it and probably.
oh, you're going outside the stakes?
Oh, is it outside the stake?
Yeah.
Just a couple 100 feet.
I'm just gonna do a couple steps.
Describe you taking these couple steps.
Couple steps and like leaning forward, trying to see, squinting my eyes, trying to see if it's actually human remains.
Give me a luck roll.
Oh no.
How many steps are you taking?
Well, she went outside the stakes.
84.
Fail.
Man, you shouldn't have used that 5.
Still,
I know.
You gotta spend some luck to try to. Oh wait. So, the first step that you take outside of the trail, you're pretty sure you can hear like wailing on the wind, like crying and wailing. It's faint. You're pretty sure
Like
that's what you hear. The
like it's
second
wind
step-
or
the
it's something
second
else?
step, no, it's like the wind's carrying it. The second step you take, you can definitely hear like wailing and cries and stuff on the wind. And I need you to roll a d4 for me.
Ugh.
Because you get this terrible feeling of dread and
Maybe you should get a running start.
4.
And then maybe jump.
all right, so you're losing 2 more sanity.
Okay, can you mark that?
Somebody did
Yep.
that into like
Are you going
a
any
wall
further?
and just stuck.
No,
So-
I'm probably gonna stop.
Those are definitely human bones, and they, it's hard to make any like decisions on what happened to them or why they're there or like how long they've been there from this distance. So, but they're for sure human.
Can I take a picture from there?
Roll your photography. Give me a hard.
What's my photography at? I don't see it.
25. You need a 12.
It's not on the sheet.
Oh, so you don't have
you're a photographer with 25. We might need a new cover
No,
story.
yeah, she's a photographer.
Right, she's a
Yeah.
photographer.
Wait till
Right,
you
I
see
know.
the pictures I get developed.
That's right. How many times did you take a
at this
picture of the
thumb.
lens cap?
She
All
hasn't
of
once
them.
told me she's removed the lens cap off of any of the pictures.
34.
All right, so that's a fail. Yeah, you're not really able to get a good picture.
Okay,
she's
so I'm
out
going
there
to. I'm going to go back and inform my group about I just felt dreadful, and I heard these, wailing, these sounds, and they were human remains.
You got a chance to
So
role play this.
So
tell
so
them.
back up just a little bit for role playing purposes. When she went outside the sticks, like, did we see her do that?
Oh yeah,
I did.
So
Crossed
when she goes out there and I see it, I'm gonna start yelling at her, like, "What are you doing? We're not supposed to go outside the sticks." Does she even hear me?
Oh yeah, she hears you.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like wailing on the wind though. No, I mean she hears you for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
When I hear this, I finish reassembling quick.
Yeah. So you hear the commotion, and then Cleo's like walking back across, like, what?
And I bring both rifles.
Okay.
What on earth are you
Resting
doing
on
out
the
there, Cleo?
There are human remains right there.
I imagine because they went someplace unsafe that we shouldn't go.
They left the sticks.
Right here next to our campsite. Maybe we should pick a better campsite. And there was wailing on the wind, and I felt so dreadful. It was so loud.
There's no wailing on the wind.
There is wailing if you go out there. Try it.
So far, the monk, well, not the monk, but this fellow
Elder song.
gave us one rule, I believe.
Yeah, one of however many, but the most important one probably, right?
Of one.
I'm all for bringing down the man, but let's follow this one rule, shall we?
Let's not have the one man be our guide.
Let's endeavor to stay within these sticks.
But why are there human remains there?
Because they
Aren't
left
you
the
a tiny
sticks
bit
here.
curious? Aren't you a tiny bit curious?
One of the things you'll find out about me is that I'm not at all curious.
Well, that's too bad.
Well, you, in your curiousness, apparently are hearing voices.
I did
So
hear
while
voices.
you guys are having this discussion, senior song is gonna be like, "Hey, he's snapping at you. Get over here. Get away from those posts. You don't be going out there. That's not safe."
Why are there bones
Thank
out
you.
there?
Because
Why
they
are there
went
human-
outside the stakes.
I return to the camp. Come along.
Why
now,
is there-
come along. Ask your questions back at the camp.
So this
Come
is
along.
so. Come sit around
Why
my
are there-
fire.
Yes, come sit at the fire, Cleo. Come.
Story time.
Why
So
are there
we're gonna use
bones out
this.
there?
We're gonna use this as a life example for you, young curious mind.
Teachable moments.
I'm not. Oh, thank
So,
you. Not Diane, but
those
thank you.
people, I like to stop here to make an example of those poor travelers. And this is how bad it can be if a storm comes up. This is how close they were to their camp, and they still perished. Only being
Where?
a couple 100 feet off the road. Because
To
they were,
where? There's-
So right where we are,
just-
this camp.
they were camped
They were
here.
just-
And that is where they died because they could not find their camp in the storm. Whether it was starvation or dehydration, we don't know. But I like to point this out to people because this is a very teachable moment here that
Oh, you should have warned us about those bones.
I am now. Don't go poking your noses in places that don't concern you. That is the moral of this trip.
Are there more bones coming up?
Many.
Let's
Okay,
make
well, now
sure
I'm
they're
warned.
not ours, shall we?
So I believe
I just took a few steps.
Well, and while he's telling this story, I'm going to complete the thorough cleaning of the rifle I had started.
so in Turkish, this man's going to say
Rifles.
to you, I believe you'll understand this probably better than most. Go in there and you won't come back out again.
Wait, going where?
Just there.
Outside.
So
of
he
the
says this
sticks?
in Turkish.
Oh, I guess I don't know
Yeah.
what he said then.
So you know that this is like a very common Turkish like phrase. Like this is something that they say
Proverb.
when you're not supposed to do shit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like something your mom would say to you.
I'm surprised to hear he speaks Turkish, but okay.
Very good Turkish too. It's weird.
He's got
So-
some coffee.
Are we sitting around the fire?
Yep. He's scooping up food. You guys are
I'm going to ask him where he is from originally. How does he know to speak such good Turkish?
I was born in Turkmenistan. And now I live here.
How long have you been doing this trip?
Well, not that long. I fled actually during the Bolshevik cleansing.
Fairly recently.
Yes. I've made this trip 3 times. Every time we've lost at least one person. Got too curious and wandered off the trail. He's looking at you.
An object lesson that we appreciate.
At me, I'm going to pretend like I'm not seeing that he's looking at me.
Cleo, he's looking at you.
I'm kicking some rocks. I'm like, what?
Hey, Cleo, he's talking
like
to
a,
you too.
Like a 3-year-old that's been chastised and just like is not being talked to.
Magic Man is looking at you disapprovingly.
So I
I'm
recommend
going to pretend
not
like I don't
mad.
see that either.
I
He's just
recommend
disappointed.
the 5 of you get some rest. I will keep watch. And we'll go at dusk.
Much
That
appreciated.
sounds perfect. I'm going to be the first one to leave the fire because it's uncomfortable.
How is tennis adjusting to all of this?
Tenzing.
Tenzing, sorry.
Tenzin is pretty just go with the flow. Doesn't really have much to say. He'll talk if you ask him questions, but he's not.
Are you getting any more visions?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Do they have donkeys where you're from?
From China?
When you're from?
Oh yes, most certainly.
Okay.
Burros, yes.
Yeah. That's good to know.
So let's see here.
You can assume that as we're traveling, I'm asking him random questions about life during his.
So he's going to give you extremely vague and polite responses.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah.
Did you ask him how many features he has written?
Because I excavate these things.
That's fair. You're probably a little bit obsessed.
Well, I just add context to the things that I sometimes
Jess is
find.
watching. She said to risk it for the biscuit. I'm assuming that's referencing Anastasia's.
In this case, the
debauchery.
biscuit was human bones.
I mean, it was worth it. Now we know not to go there for sure.
Well, some of us know. Others
Yeah,
of
I'm
us
not
are
sure.
not looking at the person talking to them and
What
kicking
kinda,
rocks.
We had to check if he was bluffing.
You did succeed at that. That is 100%
Well done.
Yeah.
true.
Well played.
All right, so
And I even took a terrible picture of it. I think it's great.
Well, you took a very good picture of your lens cap.
I don't know that. I
That
think I
is-
took a picture.
That is absolutely true. You don't know that.
I'm writing hi because I think I took the picture of the bones and I'm going to show somebody and, what else do I know?
All right.
all right. Do.
Nighttime?
Night time. He gets everything kind of sorted out for you. Anna, she could die by taking a few steps off the path.
She only took 2.
Yeah, she took 2.
So
Maybe you should take a 3rd.
you guys wake up. He's got everything almost ready for you to set off again. The sun's just, beeping down. Anything you guys want to do before we head off? Because we're
Coffee.
we're
There's
gonna red
coffee.
line to Oasis Town number 1.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're on our way.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we make it to Oasis Town number 1, which is Turfin. Very small,
Yay.
but very elegant little town. It's got quite a bit of stuff. It even has a couple automobiles putzing around.
Fancy.
Um,
We replenish our stuff.
Yep. So you can replenish anything that is needed here: food, water, blah blah blah.
Bananas.
Song Senior does not want to sit here very long, though, because the road to Korla is significantly more difficult than what we just experienced.
It does look more difficult.
That's fair.
So is there anything in particular you guys want to do here? I'll give you a chance. We're kind of redlining it.
Yeah.
Well, if there's gold here, well, I wouldn't have to give away my wedding ring or a rat crown if we don't want to, which we might.
Yeah. You never know. We might need that rat crown.
Let's go with a appraise. See if you can find some gold here. Somebody.
Oh, all right. I'll do an appraise. Oh, yep. I passed.
All right. You're pretty sure that the stuff that's here is like probably not gold. Might be plated's not really a thing, but like fake. Looks like gold,
Okay.
but
Should we get one of those as a backup?
I don't think we
Yeah.
want to fool
Best
the Rat
not,
King.
I
All right. I'm just checking.
all right. So do Korla, Mountain Town, uneventful trip there. It was a little rough. It took a full day. No, it didn't. It took 3 full days. Sorry,
3 full days.
3 full days. Yep.
Perfect.
So you guys are currently a week in.
How's everybody doing at staying inside the posts now?
I contained myself this
Leo?
time.
Well, we're doing well.
So we have a 2-day journey to the next town, which is Kucha. So I intend to stop us at the bottom of the mountains here, back at the entrance of the desert. We will
The little mountain.
we will camp there. There's a little desert oasis there. It's quite quaint.
Yeah. Cozy.
Yeah. So beep. We're good. We get there.
Yeah. And I mean, I would say that every chance we get to stop in a place where we can look for a gold item, we're going to do
This town is embarrassingly small. Like maybe 15 people live here, so there's nothing precious at all here.
that. Okay.
So we're gonna get to this little oasis. Set up camp. Song Senior seems a little uneasy.
Any concerns?
Does
Song?
anybody have anybody want to give me a natural world, just regular?
Oh my God! Somehow this set of dice is really not good. I have a 70 natural world and I rolled a 91.
Anastasia rolled a 9.
I failed it too.
That's too bad.
Man, that's a good skill for me too. That sucks.
I can.
How about so? What are we looking at?
Well, you're not sure.
Because I also have track.
So the oasis has water at it.
Yeah, it's got water. It looks like it's relatively well visited. There's
Well, I'll go about my usual chores, make myself useful, get water for the donkeys, or lead the donkeys to the water. However,
I'm
It's a while
gonna
over.
speak Turkish with Song.
So you guys do notice that Song is a little bit nervous. So
Yeah, so
he's
I'm gonna
kinda
speak
acting
Turkish.
a little fidgety, and he's like looking kind of off into the desert a lot. Like,
What's the matter?
That's what I was trying to do in Turkish with him, hoping that we'd like.
he'll respond to you in English and be like, I just don't like the way the sky looks. It's probably nothing. I just don't like I'm just not liking what I'm seeing.
but if it were one of those storms, is there anything we could do right now to prepare? Dig in a bit, and literally, perhaps,
Batten down the hatches.
as it were.
If you're talking about the Karaburan, we're where we want to be if that's going to happen. So,
What do you do that
That's
happens?
reassuring.
if that happens, we tie everything down and we hide inside our wagons. The problem is these storms can bury oases in sand, up to 200 feet. I've seen.
Well, that would be a problem.
Should we
Just
seek
keep
higher
swinging.
ground?
Well, I don't think there's any cause for alarm yet. It's just I don't like the way the sky looks, and we should just we'll continue on.
I'm gonna take a picture of the sky.
Are you?
Roll your photography.
We all know better.
42. It's a great picture.
It's a great day.
42 is a fail. It looks like. And,
Yeah.
Lens cap.
So you guys notice that she's like holding the camera backwards and looking in the lens.
She invented the selfie.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna sleep for the day, have your food, evening's coming around, we're heading off. Song's still a little bit nervous. We're gonna get about 3 or so hours into the journey, and I would like all of you to roll me either a spot hidden or a listen. Just regular.
Hard pass on spot hidden.
Extreme spot hidden.
Ooh,
28 out of-
extreme.
Yes.
Mine is as well.
So we'll just assume those are. We won't even wait for Mark here. So you guys are both like kind of at the same time. You both like look at each other like, do you hear that? And then you kind of look off into the distance, and it's like it's weird because it's like where the sun was setting, it's just black.
Ah.
Oh,
And
there's
you can
song.
Does it look like
You can hear like a rumble, kind of like.
Caraburan!
does it look like our dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Song kind of also notices it at the same time, and he immediately halts everything, and he's like, let's go. Like, let's get this shit.
Yes.
Like, we've been preparing for this.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's get
Yes.
this done. So I need all of you to roll
Caribbean.
power for me to see if you are able to resist the urge to run off in terror.
I'm very good at this kind of thing.
Oh, no.
I didn't run off like a scared.
Oh,
To use my bonus die, and I made the second.
I made the first.
I failed.
I'm quite surprised.
What just happened?
Caribbean.
And people are possibly panicking.
Am I supposed
I
to be
failed.
doing something
Cleo
here?
is
Roll your power, please.
I failed my power roll.
Oh my god, I extreme passed my power.
All right, so who failed?
Cleo.
Me.
Just Cleo?
She's gonna chase the bones.
All right, so what direction are you
Jesse
running?
did call it.
I tackle her.
Roll your decks. I'll let it happen. So you just start shitting your pants a little bit and start running the opposite direction.
That was a hard fail on
Okay.
the tackle.
If I go against Brawl,
Can I try to stop her
Yeah,
too?
Brawl, sorry.
and I'm willing to spend 22 luck to
Can I
succeed.
try to stop her too?
A one reaction at a time.
So I'll spend 22 luck.
All right. So luckily, your dear friend
85
tackles
decks.
you in your sheer terror. And if somebody wants to make a psychology roll to calm down Cleo,
We can't stay here. We have to go.
Calm yourself. I'll slap her.
We have to
That
go
was
away
not
from this.
successful.
What are you
I
thinking?
slapped her really,
I just
really
drag
hard.
her. I just grab her and I just drag her back. And I'm very strong.
What are you thinking? We have to go away from this. Why are you going
Cleo,
forward?
remember
That
the
doesn't make
dream.
any
We must
sense.
be calm. You must stiff up a lip. Just behave yourself.
We need to hide.
There's no
We need
need.
to hide.
We need to stay here and dig in and prepare ourselves.
Is anybody calming me down? Because I'll continue.
no, somebody else has got to roll psychology on you. She's losing it.
I have 10.
I have 10. I'm rolling it.
I'll roll for the Dalai Lama.
Fail. Super fail.
Super fail for me
Okay,
too.
well, the Dalai Lama just kind of comes over and puts his hand on your shoulder and just says, "Be calm, my child."
Wait, we met the Dalai Lama?
The guy.
Oh.
Tennis.
What the hell is
At
his
least as
Tenzin.
magic. Tenzing.
Tenzin.
Yeah, Tenzin.
I'm gonna get it wrong every time.
Is there no G at the end? Tenzin? Just an N.
Well, how
it
do I
is,
feel about that?
So it's Tenzin. You feel like he's calming you down kind of in a weird, creepy, a lot way. Like it just kind of feels like an overwhelming
I
calmness.
throw her over my shoulder.
So I'm gonna just get up, shake myself off.
Oh no,
like,
you're being thrown over the shoulder. You're too much in hysteria. You're calm, but you're still.
okay, then I'm not getting up, but I'm gonna be like, oh,
Quickly,
I'm
everyone.
fine now.
Quickly, prepare.
you can set me down now. I'm fine.
That's what a person who's not fine would say.
Can we batten down the hatches now?
I do set her down.
So you guys, yeah. So this storm is like you can, as it's coming up to you guys, it is like insanely tall. Like this thing, it's a black wall of sand.
I set her down, but I don't let go. So I do still have her.
So, Song is advising that we, get into our respective buggies
This thing.
and hunker down because this is going to be a rough evening.
How many buggies
What
do we
exactly
have?
does hunker down mean?
Means get in there and close all the doors.
Duck and cover.
Yeah, tighten it up so that we can't get sand in there.
It means do not open your tent.
Yeah. Stay in.
Can't even, not even for pictures.
Yeah, no pictures unless
you
they're
want-
inside.
If you want it to be the last picture you ever attempt to take.
you want to get turned into bones, then you open your tent.
So, storm's approaching.
Yep.
You guys are in your little hunkered down things.
Does it matter? I mean, how many of them do we have?
So he's advising that we all fit into the one. So there's one larger one that's
Very good.
yep.
Yeah, sure.
It's mostly wood.
Okay. It has some monkey room.
It's got some monkey room.
Okay.
Sure.
So storm hits you guys and it is loud. I mean, it sounds like a train. It's loud. There's rocks hitting the side of the caravan and they're banging it up pretty good. You can hear the sand snapping against the side of it. Give me a listens roll, please, everybody.
This is a thing I'm bad at. No, I made
Oh,
it.
I think it's better.
I
I passed
rolled
my regular.
I rolled a 69.
Nice. We'll call that a pass.
It's not a pass.
So
Regular.
regular pass. So you hear what sounds like, through all the noise and shit, a caravan has approached you guys, and they are screaming for help. You can faintly hear it on the wind, but you can hear people screaming in desperation for help.
Do we have any rope?
Yeah, you got rope.
We should have rope.
Do we
I'll-
really think we can help somebody?
I don't even talk to these guys. I just wrap it up and I tie it in down here and I go out.
So before you do that, Song's gonna be like, put this over your face, and he's gonna give you like this, like it's like a bandana kind of, but you can
I do
kinda
that.
see through it.
I'm gonna grab onto the rope
All right.
just so that I can make sure that we don't lose the rope.
And
Yeah.
you're also grabbing the rope.
Yes, I would grab the rope too.
Is the rope tied to something?
Yeah, I tied
No.
it off to
It's
something on the.
tied.
Oh, you
to,
did?
It's
I
tied
tied
to
one
Dr.
end to the
Cross.
cart and one end to me, and I left.
Yep, I might as well help.
With
I got
a
nothing
cloth.
else to do. I'll help.
So you hop out,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately, as soon as you get out, it is like you can see, a couple feet in front of you, 5 feet or so, we'll call it, and then you can just see shit whipping by you. Like it's loud, but you can definitely hear this caravan, and it sounds like they're maybe 20 feet ahead of you.
And I'll be yelling to them, "Hello, this way, this way!"
Let's see what's happening
As I
again.
approach
Sorry.
them.
What's your move?
8.
Okay.
Are you guys from the Caravan Center? We love the Caravan Center.
So
Which one did you use?
how far are you willing to walk before you call it? Because every 20 feet, it sounds like there's just another 20 feet. And you got, we'll call it a couple hundred feet of rope. You got a
Lot of rope.
serious rope. It's for pulling shit up mountains.
100 feet.
All right. So you get 100 feet, and it sounds like they're just another 20 feet ahead of you, just out
Come
of
this
sight.
way.
So you guys no longer can see Dr. Cross. You can't see the caravan that you came from. You can, the rope's taut. I guess we're holding it,
Well, we're just making sure that,
Just letting it pay out.
that Dr. Cross doesn't go flying away.
I'm gonna yell. Obviously, Dr. Cross is probably not gonna hear me, but I'm gonna say,
And I
Dr.
s-
Cross, are you there?
I start
And
backing up. I'm starting to
I'm
come
tagged on the
back.
rope.
I give like 2 tugs and then I start.
So
going
you
back.
start backing up. Are you walking backwards or are you just
Yes.
turning around?
I'm walking back.
All right. So as you start walking backwards, you see the silhouette of a caravan rider,
Okay.
and then the caravan carriage and the horses. They're coming out of the darkness at you, but they have this weird blue and green glow to them. They're kind of see-through.
I keep going
Oh.
backwards.
Do you have
until
your
I make
rifle?
a sanity.
Yeah,
I
give me
don't know.
a full D4.
Okay.
Just straight up. This is terrifying.
4.
Yep. You got a little trickle running down your leg.
Ghost Caravan. Is it poop or?
So I'm back. I'm trying to back up fast enough that they don't catch up to
So
me.
as soon as you get a clear vision of this thing, it just kind of disappears again, and you can hear him again yelling for help, and and then another 20 feet, and you can see it come back into vision just barely, and as you get a good view of it, it just disappears again. So as Cross is like backing up, panic towards you guys, you also all see this caravan come into view, and it causes you a D4 of sanity loss. And it just fades into the darkness.
1, thank God.
Is it full or half of that?
Full.
Can you take 2 off of mine?
Do a left-handed 2.
So I get back in there with them. I pictured you guys just being completely inside the thing. Why? So I mean, if you've seen it as when I approach, well, it was an ill wind.
Yeah, Ghost Caravan or something.
So did she make it back?
Yep, she made it back.
What did you see?
Ghostly caravan, which no doubt perished here some time ago.
So
I should have had my
while
camera
you're
ready.
having this conversation, you guys can hear a little softer bang on the side of the caravan that you're
Oh,
in.
great. They want,
Sounds
they
a
want
little,
in.
a little meaty.
We're going to pretend we're not hearing that, right?
I've got my rifle.
We're not here.
You also hear like kind of ominous, like they sound like human screams, but they're a little disheveled almost.
What is song like?
Is it like
what's
what I
House
heard on the
here
wind?
acting?
Song is like la 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 la.
What about Tanzan?
He's meditating. He is just
Oh, great.
yep.
Maybe we should go old touch him and feel better.
That's not how that works.
All right.
He touches you and you feel better.
If
So-
Dr. Cross thinks this is rifle time, then I think it's.
And
rifle
I
time.
start muttering like the Lord's
So-
Prayer. Yea, though I walk through the valley of darkness, I shall fear no
Do the sound or the moan
Cross
sound
start
kind of like what I
meditating
heard on the
yourself.
wind, Kyle?
Yes,
Kyle?
they do hear a little bit. They do sound a little bit like that.
So I'm gonna make sure I get everybody's attention and say, this is exactly what I heard. I knew I wasn't crazy. That's what I heard outside the polls.
I don't know if that means you're not crazy.
Well, overall crazy, but that doesn't happen to all at the same time normally.
I'm gonna start meditating.
Do you know how to meditate?
Start
Oh.
whatating?
lay down by still waters.
I have 30 in Buddhism.
You do.
I do.
You also have calligraphy.
I'll get my revolver out.
I shall fear no evil.
My
Sorry, I'm
most
trying to
treasured
find-
possession is my calligraphy set. Thank you
where
very much.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the thing that I was just looking at, and now I can't find it.
This
Got
commercial
you.
break has been brought to you by the
All
delicious
right.
dish.
So, you guys, now you hear the handle on the back of the carriage start to, jiggle. It's making a little rattly sound.
Thy rod and thy staff.
And that
comfort me.
door
Oh,
whips on open, and standing at the end of it is a very dark figure. You can't really see the shape of it, and two red glowing eyes.
maybe you should shoot it and ask questions.
And it lets
later.
out a god-awful scream.
Oh,
And
It's
you
not
can tell
friendly.
that whatever this is not friendly. Just
Kablam.
Okay, shoot at it.
roll it. Chuck the dice. What do you need?
oh.
That's a well success. Not hard.
All right. So you
Unless
fire.
it's point blank and double, in which case it's hard.
You're within 5 feet, so yeah, we'll call it. Yeah.
Oh.
Roll your damage.
Shall I roll 2d6, add 4, and then double the whole thing?
Yep.
Okay. 20.
All right. So you shoot this thing right in the chest, we'll call it, if that's what we want to call it. And it beep goes down.
Rack the
Oh,
next
good.
one.
Cleo.
Somebody close
Yeah.
that.
So you drop that thing, the screaming and wailing stops. It's one of you grabbing the door to pull it closed.
Yeah.
Got you covered.
Yeah. You pull the door closed. Storm's still going on. You don't hear any more of the sounds.
Is the rat on the ground?
It's outside.
It's outside, yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
fell outside.
Shortly after this, the storm kind of starts to subside. We'll give it another 2 or 3 minutes, and it just kind of fades off, and you can hear it kind of moving on.
It looks like you shot the storm to death.
Now it's eerily quiet out.
I'll open the door. Got my.
Can we go out yet, Sam?
I'll cover you.
I think we should send Cleo out.
Cleo can just settle down.
She really wants to go.
No, she
outside.
can.
You can meditate.
She's probably not.
No, I
still,
can't.
She's probably not still panicking from before, is she?
Oh.
No, you're calmed down.
We've had so many more reasons to panic since then.
So did Sun respond? Kyle,
Yep.
Yeah,
Did Son respond to me?
sanity?
We already did, remember?
I mean,
guess
from
from
the
the
thing.
right.
Did somebody what?
did Sun respond to me? I asked him if it's safe to come out yet.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
I opened the door.
Okay, door's open. There's not a body,
Okay.
but there is blood, and it looks like some. They're not clean footprints, but they're footprints off to the west of you,
West, which is which way? Wait,
the way you're going.
I would like to follow the footprint. I have tracking.
Outside of the stakes.
I'll go a little ways with her.
Yeah, so
Well, was it outside?
it's a couple hundred feet, and then they do go outside of the stakes on the north side.
We're certainly not doing that.
Well, yeah. I don't want to go outside.
Do we see anything?
So you can see the footprints kind of in the sand for 100 feet or so, and then they kind of go off. Like it looks like they continued northwest a little bit.
Are they like animal prints?
Why don't you roll your track?
Yep. Oh, nice. Regular pass.
Regular pass. So you're pretty sure that the footprints that are there, like it looks like there was a bunch of these things that all tried to step in the same footprint to make it look like there was only one.
And they're like
But you
small,
can't-
like animals.
No,
But not huge.
they're people sized.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to inform the group. Looks like there's multiple people that all stepped in the same steps to make sure it didn't seem like there was a group of them,
Oh.
So yeah,
which is very peculiar.
that's odd, right?
It is peculiar.
Well, this is a great spot to stop for next week.
Next week is Christmas Day.
Perfect. We'll see y'all here. We won't be here next Sunday then. We might. I mean, we could probably we'll figure something out. I'll make a post about it. But we definitely won't be here Christmas Day. God, is that already this week?
Saturday is Christmas Eve.
So we could also potentially just record a session and put it up Christmas Day. We have that capability.
We do.
But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the session. Again, I'm Kyle, your keeper of arcane lore. Thank you, Eli, Jeff, Mark, and Anastasia for participating in this wonderful adventure. And yeah, we look forward to seeing everybody and talking to you guys next week. So thank you. Like, subscribe, follow, do all those